Everybody has their own way of making lasagna. In our home, we make a classic lasagna consisting of regular boiled noodles, mozzarella cheese, ricotta cheese, which we've mixed with a few eggs and about a half a cup of Parmesan cheese, and then our meat sauce, which consists of ground turkey and smoked sausage. Here we go. The first thing you want to do is brush your baking dish with a little olive oil. Then put just about a cup of your sauce in the bottom of your baking dish. This helps the noodles from sticking and it gives your lasagna a nice base to start with. So we're going to spread out our sauce on the bottom of our dish. Make sure you hit all the corners. Now we'll start layering our noodles in our baking dish. Depending on the size of your baking dish, you may need 3 or 4 noodles to go straight across. Ours is the size that we only need 3. So the first step is to layer your noodles right next to each other on top of the sauce that you put in the pan. Since we mixed the ricotta with the egg and the parmesan, it makes it very easy to spread. Personally, I like the ricotta spread out and not just thrown on the lasagna in chunks because it gives a better experience when you're eating it. So take the time to use a spatula and just spread out your ricotta cheese mixture into a thin layer on top of your noodles. It may take a minute, but just, it's worth the time. Next, you'll start spooning your meat sauce on top of your ricotta cheese. Now, remember, this meat sauce has to last for a couple of layers, so don't put too much meat sauce in one layer and then get to the top layer and you're disappointed because you ran out of sauce. So, take a minute to kind of figure out how much sauce you have and then spoon it on according to that amount. Now, the fun part, the mozzarella. The same as with your meat sauce. Remember, this is the mozzarella you have for your whole lasagna. So you don't want to put it all on one layer. Spread it out nicely and evenly. Nobody wants to get the slice of lasagna that has either too much cheese or not enough cheese. So just spread it out and try to make it even across your whole baking dish. Now we're going to go through and repeat that process. You know the steps: lasagna noodles, then ricotta cheese, then meat sauce, then mozzarella. Then do it again as much as you can fit in your baking dish. Our baking dish was tall enough for us to fit in 3 layers. So we put in our 3 layers and then neatened it up and then made sure that our top layer was mozzarella cheese, of course. Sprinkle with a little bit of seasoning and then it's ready to go into the oven. So we will cook our lasagna for about 30 to 40 minutes on 350. Just take a look when it starts bubbling up around the sides, you know that it's done. Now that you've seen how easy it is to customize your lasagna just the way you want it and make it fresh at home, you have no reason to go to the supermarket and buy a frozen lasagna. You can make this from scratch. I know you can do it.